Okairi Nasai! Hey guys, and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name's Luke, and today I'd like to show you around the Japanese hotel room that I'm staying in for my 14-day quarantine here in Kobe, Japan. So as you guys know, since I'm moving to Japan in the middle of the pandemic, I'm required to self-quarantine for the first 14 days that I'm in the country. Now, my orchestra has taken great care of myself and the other 6 international musicians that are joining the orchestra this season, and has put us up in the A&A Crown Plaza Hotel in Kobe. Now, this is a really nice hotel that I'm sure is used by a lot of international and business travelers. So the hotel really has a good mix of both Western and traditional Japanese touches that I'm excited to show you. So first things first, when you walk into the room, the hotel actually provides a super soft pair of slippers to encourage you to take off those shoes that you've been traveling in and avoid tracking in all that dirt and grime into your actual room. Now as we go in here, you can see that they've got 2 twin beds in here. So I've been sleeping on this one over here by the window, and then I've just been using this as a table to set my luggage on so I can get into it. Because as you can see, there's not a whole ton of floor space. This room is actually 22 square meters, which ends up being about 230 square feet. So really not tiny, especially by like Tokyo standards, but certainly a lot smaller than what you're probably used to seeing Western hotels or hotels in America with, maybe like 400, 500 square feet to a room. So here we've got 2 chairs and a little table. This is where I'll like take my meals or sit down and practice some Japanese. And then over here, there's a nice desk and desk chair with a TV. And I've actually sort of set myself up here. And I'm just using the TV as a second monitor for my computer. I've been watching a whole lot of Japanese TV because it can be a little strange. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. I also have my Nintendo Switch that I brought set up over here so I can switch the TV over to that and sit down and play games here. So this is where I spend a lot of my time here at the computer, whether it's working on videos for the channel or whether it's practicing or just watching YouTube and Netflix and whatnot. I want to show you guys this over here. So here you have like a normal nightstand. Down here, of course, you have a safe, which is pretty common in a lot of hotel rooms, but actually built into the nightstand, there's a clock right here, and you can set an alarm here. And then there's also the AC control is built into the nightstand, which is pretty cool. And then also built into the nightstand is this lamp back here, which has some dimmers that are really like, I wish you could feel this knob here. It's like nice. It's like really weighted and super smooth, and really gives you a lot of options on the brightness. Of course, power strip, all that stuff, pretty standard. The beds are pretty standard by sort of what you compare it to in a Western hotel. The mattress may be like a little on the firm side, but generally not a lot of surprises there. One of the nice things is they did leave me a care package of different things since I was quarantining here that probably wouldn't normally be in a hotel room. One of them was this super fancy air purifier, air filter. Of course, with the pandemic, airflow is sort of a big emphasis. So it was nice that they gave me this personal air purifier here in the room. Also in the room, they left me with a ton of sheets and towels and stuff. Because as you can imagine, if I'm quarantining in here for 14 days and no one else is allowed to come in here, no maid service, no changing of the linens, switching out the towels, they gave me enough towels and linens to last me for 2 weeks without having to leave the room, which is kind of nice. So let's go on over here, check out the closet as you walk in. Of course, there are hangers in the closet. This is where I've hung up my tuxedos right here. They also provided these like super soft, lightweight gowns. This is sort of like a summer gown. We've got more linens up here, along with an iron, a pants press, an ironing board, lint brush. Just some really nice, solid staple things to have. Over here, you've got, I wouldn't really call it a kitchenette, but we have a refrigerator right here. and they gave me a water heater right here, which has been really clutch. So in the mornings, I brought some snacks and stuff. In the mornings, I typically make some instant oatmeal, and then I'll make some green or white tea that I brought. They also left me with a few coffee and tea options as well. And I've got a few snacks down here if I get hungry. But generally, most of my meals are actually room service. So when I want to come eat, I come over here to my computer and take a look at their room service menu. And then I order something on here for lunch and dinner. So normally I do the oatmeal for breakfast, and then I get lunch and dinner through room service. はい、41と日本酒ください。はい。ありがとう。My orchestra actually set it up so that I have an 8,000 yen per diem. So every day I can spend 8,000 yen on food and or sort of laundry. I can set laundry outside my door, and they'll go wash some things and bring it back. But the laundry service is really quite expensive. They charge you like, 300 to 500 yen per article of clothing. So if I want one shirt washed, it's like 500 yen, which is like $5 in American currency. So it's a little steep. But for food, it's really quite plentiful. If I want to order lunch and dinner, I can have a pretty robust lunch and dinner. I can order, drinks, or I can order appetizers and whatnot. And the food is really nice. So I'll show you guys a couple pictures of the food and the room service that I get here. It's been really good. There's not a ton of options on the menu, so I've definitely tried almost everything at this point. About 10 days in. All the quality's been good, so I don't mind repeating a couple of dishes after a few days if I really like it. So all in all, I've been super happy with that. Now let's head on over and check out one of the most interesting parts of the hotel room, which is actually the bathroom. I was a little surprised when I first got here. I needed to go to the bathroom and I couldn't find the light switch, but that's because it's actually on the outside of the bathroom. So that sort of threw me for a loop. You might have heard about Japanese toilets being infamous for putting on crazy light shows or playing music and being all sorts of fancy. This one's not quite that fancy, but it does have quite a few features, including a seat warmer, a deodorizer, as well as 2 bidet functions and an adjustment for the water pressure. And in addition, the seat here is actually weight sensitive. So whenever I sit down here and put my weight on the toilet seat, water starts flowing into the bowl if the water level isn't high enough. So that always that keeps surprising me every single time I sit down. I'm not expecting it to do that. Another iconic Japanese thing is the drain in the floor in the middle of the bathroom. We don't see this very often in America, but it makes so much sense. So what they've done is they just waterproofed the whole bathroom as opposed to just doing tiling on the wall where the tub is. The whole bathroom is waterproof. So you can get water anywhere and it's just gonna flow down to the floor and across the floor into this floor drain over here. And it makes it really nice if you wanna use this for any other purpose. So over here, we actually, near the shower, there's this little thing, which is actually a clothesline that you can use. So you can pull this out and we can attach it over here. And then you can dry your clothes here in the bathroom. And as they drip dry, the water drips down and goes into the floor drain. So this is a really nice, handy, common sense thing that I kind of wish would catch on a little bit more in the West. But Japan knows what's up. Here we have the bathtub and shower. I was a little worried that the shower was gonna be super short and I was gonna be way too tall standing at 5'10". It's not normally a big issue, but I've often had to sort of hunch down. But here, this is actually plenty tall for me, and the water pressure is super strong. The water gets really hot really fast, which is nice. They put in these full containers of soap and shampoo and conditioner, which is nice as opposed to those little travel things. Since I'm staying here for 14 days, I'd use those little things up. Here we've got a few of my dishes that I've cleaned in the sink and are sitting out to dry, as well as all the other hospitality things from the hair dryer to toothbrushes and Q-tips and toothpaste and combs and razors and all that stuff. Really sort of everything I could need here for 14 days. They did a good job of planning ahead and making sure I was well equipped. Now there's something really cool about this mirror here I want to show you guys, but to do that I'm gonna have to take a shower. So I'll be right back. All right, so I just got out of the shower and this is what I wanted to show you guys really quick. Normally when you get out of the shower at a hotel, the whole room sort of steams up. This room doesn't have like a fan to keep the condensation down, and there's condensation all over the mirror and you can't see a thing. But right here, you see there's this perfect square that is completely clear and there's no steam there, no condensation. So I was wondering what this was. I was trying to figure it out, if there was some sort of like heating plate back here or what they were doing. But what I'm pretty sure they did is they just took the plumbing for the hot water and they run it in this wall right behind this area in the mirror, which heats up the mirror. So if I put my hand here, like this part of the mirror is warm and this part of the mirror is just completely cold. And I touched it, at a different time when the light was on and I didn't have the shower running, but it's, in the whole mirror is the same temperature. So I'm pretty sure they used the hot water to give you this perfect thing. So when you get out of the shower, you don't have to wipe down the mirror so you can comb your hair and do all your things in the mirror without having, these issues. So this is just something really cool that I've never seen in the States. I've never seen any other hotel I stayed at. I don't know if it's an originally Japanese idea or if, I just haven't been to enough hotels that could be. But it was kind of cool and I thought I'd show you guys. Now you might have noticed already, but by far the highlight of this hotel room is the view. The view is amazing. So I'm here on the 27th floor of this hotel, which gives me some nice altitude above the city. And so to the left outside my window, I can see Kobe, the city of Kobe. And if I look further, I can see, I wish the picture through the camera was better, but you can see the ocean with all the ports, and I can even see some barges out there right now, as well as on the far side, this is actually a bay here, there are more islands that are part of the Japanese country on the other side of this bay out there. So I can even see those from this window, which is really cool. And then over on the right, we've got these lush, beautiful mountains. So I spent a lot of time sort of hanging out in front of this window, looking out this window. There's a lot of cool stuff. If we look down here, there's sort of a long set of stairs and a walking path through these trees. I'm sure that's really beautiful. And then over here, there's actually a really fancy venue that's got this gazebo that's in the shape of an 8-pointed star. I looked up online and I think that it's actually a fancy restaurant and wedding venue. So yesterday I actually saw some people taking wedding pictures, saw the bride in her gown up here on the roof of this venue over here. So that's been kind of cool to watch people go in and out and whatnot. And then down here, there's actually a gondola line. It looks like it's not running right now, but I'll show you some footage that I took on a day that had really great weather, that you could see the gondola line going up the mountain. So I wonder if there's any hiking or attractions up here. It's kind of hard to tell because this is all that I can see from my window here. But it's been really nice to have a beautiful view that I can enjoy and make me feel a little bit less shut in here in my hotel room that I'm staying in for 14 days. So that's about all I've got for y'all today. I hope that you guys enjoyed the tour around the hotel room, but what I'm really looking forward to is showing you guys more of actual Japan. Now, in about 4 or 5 days here, I'm gonna get out of quarantine and be able to move into my apartment and walk down the street free and clear, make a trip to the convenience store, go to a Japanese restaurant, go to the supermarket, all that fun stuff. So stick around. I can't wait to show you guys those experiences. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see in Japan or what experiences you'd like to hear about, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.